Who's starting these verbal altercations?
He will just disrespect me, and then I will go back at him.
She verbally abuses us.
You're raising children who are going to have to recover from their childhood. You're suing because you said she used $1,500 to get breast augmentation.
I get in touch with her family. They're like, she's probably in surgery right now. Surgery for what?
Well, sir, are you or are you not using the product that she purchased?
I actually just married an empty alcoholic.
And you rushed in it because you were looking for a Band-Aid. Here is today's case.
What happens when you give up your dreams to support your partner? A lot of resentment if you don't feel the love has been reciprocated. Can this relationship be saved? Or is it a sign for this couple to go their separate ways? That's today's case on Divorce Court.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, as you know, we have a virtual audience and it's filled with your superfans. Today's superfan of the day is Christina from Middletown, New Jersey.
Christina, welcome to Divorce Court. We're so happy to have you with us.
Your Honor, this is the case of Nicholas versus White.
Thank you, Juan. Miss Antonia Nicholas?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have brought Mr. James White Jr.
Yes, Your Honor.
to divorce court today. I understand the two of you have been in a serious relationship for the last 3 years. You've had a number of problems. You're ready to call it quits. You, sir, say the relationship can be salvaged.
Yes.
And you're here today to plead your case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll
Yes,
start
Your
with
Honor.
you, ma'am. Why don't we get started and you give me some background?
All right. I met James about 3 years ago. We've been dating for about 3 years, and I treated him like a king throughout the whole relationship. Just to only find out that he's been talking to about 30 women, you know. Might be more, I'm not sure, but...
You said 30?
About 30 women, yeah.
Okay.
I mean...
That might be a new record for
Right,
this
huh?
court.
Yeah, so I'm from the Virgin Islands where we treat our men like kings. You know, I've been catering to him, cooking for him, cleaning, you know, and it's not just like cooking. He gets, 3 meals a day. I put his food out on a platter. You know, he gets fresh fruit, juice, all of that, like brunch style breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything. And, I wash his clothes. I do everything for him. He doesn't have to do anything. And, I can't take it anymore, as far as like him constantly stepping out on me.
Well, it sounds like you have a pretty good life there, Mr. White. What's going on?
Well, everything is good at home, and I just...
Well, it can't be that good because you're here now.
Well, yeah. But the reason that I'm here and she's accusing me of all the cheating and stuff is just that, like, the statistics in United States, do you know that there's 16 women to every man? So it kind of makes me a victim by default. And then, I just kind of like to keep my options open because I was always told to keep my options open.
So you're saying you're a victim of the stats.
I'm a victim of the stats.
She said there are 30. So according to you, you're beating the odds.
Well, somebody else is out there slipping, so it adds more onto my plate. And that's why I say it makes me a victim.
So, Mr. White, why then be in a relationship if you say that those odds are in your favor like that? Why then even be in a committed relationship? Well, I think I have an idea based on what she's described today about how she's been treating you, if that's true. Is it true?
Yeah, it's true that she's been treating me like that. But I thought that's what she's supposed to do.
Okay.
When we met, I was, a lot of women, but I wasn't looking for the wife, but I liked the wifey type. I liked that she was at home, she was taking care of me, and I loved it.
But at least you're being honest.
I went all out. He would get baths, facials, massages. I even bought a massage table, at home. And, he would get special massages a couple times during the week with hot stones. When he showered, he liked white towels, so I make sure his towels is nice and white. I run his bath water, put his special soap. Sometimes it's hard to find, but I would make sure if I don't find it, I'll order it, make sure we have it in stock, all that stuff. And, I just went kind of over and beyond. I feel like for somebody that didn't really deserve it, but at the time he did, but
But you didn't, so you're saying at the beginning, this is what it was like.
It was like that,
And you said that you also, tell me about your career.
I sing, and I put my career on hold to kind of accommodate him. But when I first met him, he was at a show, and he was coming off the stage, and I just like his stage presence, and I liked his outfit. So I approached him. I was like, hey, where did you get your outfit from? We exchanged information from there, and we've been talking for about 3 months, and
She said it was the outfit, Your Honor.
Yeah, it was really the outfit that caught me.
It was more so the way I was looking on stage.
He was looking amazing on stage.
What were you doing
I ain't
on
gonna lie.
stage?
He was a hype man.
Yeah, I was a hype man for an artist, a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I think she just loved the way that I was performing on stage.
Honestly, the way how he
More so.
stood out, I thought he was the artist. I'm not gonna lie. So, you know, and how he was just, oh my gosh, it was just amazing. So, you know, that was kind of like my way to approach him, kind of. You know, like, hey, because I didn't want to be like, oh, hey, you're so fine, I like you. But I was like, you know, I like your outfit, so can I get your information? And then we just went from there. But when I first met him, I was, you know, singing and stuff like that. And then when we hooked up, we was dating for about 3 months. And after 3 months, we started spending time with each other a lot. My lease was about to end, and then we just kind of decided to move in together. And then I put my singing on hold.
Why?
Because he was, at that time, he was, you know, with his artists. So I would kind of just do just on his journey with him and his artist friend. So, you know, I just kind of fell back.
But he didn't ask you to do that.
Yeah.
That's a choice you made yourself?
That's right, Your Honor. I did not ask her.
Sorta.
I didn't ask her to do it.
He didn't force
She
me to
did
do
that
it,
on her
but I
own.
did it, you know, just to kind of, you know, make, just kind of like not interfere with his journey. Because it seemed like their journey was kind of taking off, even though I was working on mine. But, you know, and then aside from that, just taking care of the daily household needs to, you know, make sure
Yeah, I
that.
wanted.
So that
He
was
was
his
okay.
journey. You said that was his journey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
you
wanted
decided to
someone
put your life and career on hold, not
Yeah.
because he asked you to, but because you thought that you were just going to be the supportive
Just, yeah,
girlfriend
like the
and
supportive
apparently
girlfriend.
masseuse too.
Exactly. He had a dating app on his phone, and he was there talking to women.
I'm a life coach.
You were on the app to help people improve their lives.
Yeah, I was just trying to help the people.
Okay. I need to cuff you and take care of you. That's you telling that to someone else?
Yes.
Oh, really? So you
That's
were
not-
giving people life advice on a dating app? So let me just ask you a question, because according to you, in the stats that you quoted earlier in the case,
Right.
there were up to 30 other women. So you were able to see her every single day and still manage to talk to 30 women on the side?
Well, she was getting rid of all of them.
So
She was getting
he
rid of all
had
of them,
his
Your Honor.
sneaky side, right? The first incident was he was going to the studio. I was like, okay. I fell asleep, woke up like 4 hours later. I texted him, I didn't want to call him because I didn't want to interrupt whatever session they had going on. No response. Finally got in contact with him. He had looked like sweaty or something, like he just got
Your
from
Honor,
doing something.
I would-
So I said, let me
Let
see
her
your
talk.
I said, let me see your background. Looks like he was at a hotel. So I was like, oh, wow, okay. So that was the first incident. He came home,
Your Honor,
we went
can
out to
I- can I-
dinner, everything
can I
was
explain-
fine.
Can I explain that situation
Yes.
right there? The reason why it looked like I was sweaty is because I was running down the stairs with the phone, because she's the type that she want to try to little boy me in front of all my friends. Like,
But
let
remember,
me
that
see-
was the
let me
first
see-
incident, though.
But it's like, let me see your background. Let me see your background. It's like, you know,
So she was jumping to conclusions.
she jumped to conclusion.
What happened with the dating app?
So after that, you know, I just felt like he was, you know, something was going on. So I hacked his phone. He had a dating app on his phone, and he was there talking to women, you know, promising them dinners and let me take you out. He was telling them that he was single. You know, like, what's going on? You know, so
What was going on? Why were you on the
Yeah.
app?
Well, Your Honor, I'm a life coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you
that's
were
something-
giving people life advice on a dating app?
Yes,
That's how you
ma'am.
find your clients?
I mean, I know I was wrong, Your Honor. I know I was wrong. And I feel bad for doing it now, but we was just friends.
Okay, you were on the app to help people improve their lives.
Well, I kind of was talking to a lot of women on the app, too, as well, Your Honor.
I feel like
Okay,
he was
well, at
using
least
a life
you
coach
admit that. Let me
as-
see the messages.
Yeah.
That's me that hit you up on whatever this app is. I got a day, you got it going on. I need to cuff you and take care of you. That's you telling that to someone else?
Yes, but Your Honor, look what she did. You see how she just kind of like interrupted into my
Well,
messages?
I hacked
Love,
their-
this is my man.
Yeah.
So the person
hacker.
responds, thank you for the compliments. What's your name? And then that's you at the bottom. You hacked in once again.
Yes.
And you say, love, my man is married. Please let this stay right where it's at. Thanks.
But we weren't talking about getting into a relationship or anything. I was just talking to her.
And so you decide to take it upon yourself to then hack and go in the messages and start responding on his behalf.
Yes.
So you're now interjecting yourself in the situation to cut this off?
Right, to end the relationship and make it clear to these women that he does have someone at home, because online he's appearing to be single, you know.
But are you having the conversation with him?
Yeah, I did. Yep, I confronted him, and then I also sent messages to these women because he claimed that he doesn't know what I'm talking about, even though it's clearly in his phone and in his app.
Sometimes I don't.
So before court today, you were denying it, and you were saying that you were merely trying to help the people.
Yeah, I was just trying to help the people.
Okay.
I lost it one day, and you know, I broke his computer.
You think you're angry with him or angry at yourself?
Both, I would say.
You say you've changed your ways.
I do.
How long ago, sir?
This change took place when I got a witness, Your Honor.
Who was your witness?
Beamer.
Okay.
She uses this bear to control me, Your Honor.
You know, and I'm like, you know, you could talk to the bear.
If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content. So since your discovery of the dating app and your purported side career as a life coach,
yes,
why don't you tell the court how the relationship took a turn for the worse and what you did to try to resolve it?
Well, what happened was she went out of town with her friend. I didn't know where she was at. I was worried. We had got into a little disagreement that day. I think she used that disagreement to kind of like escape and go wherever she wanted to go. But not only was
Where did she go?
She was in the Virgin Islands, Your Honor, a whole nother country.
Why were you so upset about this when she discovered that you were actually out entertaining women, not just getting new clients?
Well, I really, well...
You don't want her to do the things that you were doing?
I didn't, Your Honor.
So here you are, you have all of this going for you at home. I don't know that I've ever heard of anyone doing as much as your girlfriend was doing. I mean, you may as well be Simone Biles. You're bending over backwards, trying to please him.
Contortionist style, I call it.
She's from the islands, Your Honor.
Yeah.
But here you have all of that. Here you have all of that. That does not encourage you to do your best to beat the odds?
At the time, Your Honor, it didn't, but now I know better.
Really? So she went to the Virgin Islands. That's your way of teaching him a lesson?
Teaching him a lesson, because the last straw was when he was using his life coach page to meet women, right? So I just hopped up. I basically got my power back. And when I came back, he was all apologetic, this and that, all that. And then I found out he still was talking to women. I thought he might have changed.
And that's when she broke my computer,
So I just lost it. I lost it one day, and you know, I broke his computer. Yeah.
So you come back, you find out that he's still talking to other women. So
Yes.
you take it out on the computer. You think you're angry with him or angry at yourself?
Both, I would say. You know, because I know I'm better than that, and for me to stick around and still be with him, you know.
And you say, sir, she stopped cooking for you and cut off your weekly massages and facials.
Oh, those got cut.
When you say, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You say you've changed your ways.
I do.
And you've seen the error of your ways, and you've adopted new philosophies on life.
Yes.
When do you say this change took place? How long ago, sir?
This change took place when we got, I got a witness, Your Honor. Can I
You have
bring
a
up my
witness?
witness?
Who is your witness?
Beamer.
Okay. And who is this?
Do you know what she does with this bear? She uses this bear to control me, Your Honor.
That's right.
Okay. How is that, sir?
If we getting ready to get into an argument or anything, she'll whip out this bear. If she want me to do anything, she'll whip out this bear.
Let me explain. So the bear, he comes as like, you know, it's like my way to calm the situation. Because after breaking his computer, you know, one time I even bashed out his windshield. You know, it was just getting too chaotic. So the bear, I would say he comes like a stress ball, kinda, in a bear form. So when we're about to get into it, I just whip out the bear, you know, and I'm like, you know, you could talk to the bear. You know, I've had enough, you know, because sometimes lately he's been complaining about what I'm wearing. I'm dressing provocatively, you know, I'm back singing now, you know, all of that. So, you know, now it's like the roles have changed. He's like me, I'm like him, except for the cheating part. So, you know, I'm like, talk to the bear.
Your Honor, I'm always giving her flowers. Like, I do that almost on a weekly basis.
So you've reduced your number of women from 30 to 20? Is that what it is?
Well, I've been clean for 4 months, y'all.
4 months. Four
Yes.
whole months.
4 months. That's a long time.
4 months out of 3 years.
Out of 3 years.
That's where we are.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing your witness. You can put Mr. Bear away now.
As far as the flowers go, at first when we first started dating, the flowers came out, you know, just out of random. But I noticed it was a pattern. Every time he got me flowers was when he cheated, when I confronted him about something. And I also have video evidence of it. You know, he would always apologize.
Let me see the video
sorry."
evidence.
I never, ever disrespect you. I will never, ever take you for granted. Ever again.
And that day it was cold. I pretty much had told him to leave. You know, I'm not sure if he just, you know.
I still wanted the relationship.
He just wanted.
So you have decided that it's the end of the road for the relationship.
Yeah.
And Mr. White, you do understand the reasons why, sir. You came into court today and you told me a lot of your philosophies on life and dating, and you have to keep your options open.
Yes, ma'am.
But then you told me, you know, the odds are just against you in life.
That's right.
When it comes to the number of women who outnumber men in the United States.
By default.
So that did not work in your favor, and then you were able to beat those odds and talk to 30 women. And then you started improving lives all over the internet, according to you. Your life coach business took off.
It took off.
But you had a change of heart 4 months ago. You saw the light.
Yes, Your Honor.
The problem is, sir, your pattern and your history and your habits. So when you say I've changed, it comes with very little credibility because you said that before in the past and it wasn't the case. So your words mean very little. And at some point when you have a woman like this and she's discovered her strength again in the relationship and she started back with her career, she started singing, and she has developed a greater appreciation for who she is.
Right.
I don't see that often in divorce court, I have to say, because people are staying in relationships for a long period of time and they start to think the way they're being treated is normal.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
But don't you think 4 months is good, Your Honor?
I don't, actually.
No.
Because the reason I say 4 months is good, Your Honor, because on any job, they tell you after 90 days, and that's only 3 months, you got the job.
So you're here to pat yourself on the back for being a good man for 4 months. And I think that defines the problem here.
I do want to.
You don't have children together. I know what you want, but I think you have to find that with someone else at this point. Sometimes it's too little, too late. And Miss Nicholas, when you get upset, you cannot break people's property because you can't just be mad at him.
Right.
You have to check yourself as well for choosing to stay despite all the red flags you saw in the beginning. The first time you saw him on a dating app should have been a wrap.
That's right.
But instead, you wanted to stick around to see how red those red flags were going to be. Now you know. But keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right track. You've discovered something about yourself, and that is that you are resilient.
Thank you.
And that you don't need to bend over backwards to get the approval of any man. It starts with you.
That's right.
Good luck to both of you.
Thank you. Judge Faith's advice today was great because, you know, James' actions, he keeps doing what he's doing. So his actions speak louder than words. You know, I should have not stayed from the first incident. So keep the bear, you know, and just keep it moving.
I just want to say I apologize. I'm going to better myself if you just give me one more chance.
You've had numerous chances. Keep Bima, you know, go on with your life. I think that'll be best for both of us.
Just one chance.
You have 30 women. I suggest you get back in contact with them and maybe see if you guys can work something out. Maybe you could have one doing hot stone massages, breakfast, the other one.
But I was just trying to be a life coach.
You could go buy flowers for everybody.